In today's video, we got, something crazy going on. Something which, I did not expect. That was sarcasm. I totally expected this. Now, generally, passwords are used in every form. Your emails, your accounts, your whatever it may be. You've used a password, and you probably repeated it somewhere, along the lines. But I read this report today that is just mind blowing. Like, I knew it was bad when it came to passwords and how many people are actually doing it wrong. I didn't know it was this bad. All right. So our story begins over on the internet at Cyber News. Thank you for making this so I can just talk about it. I know, really creative. A new study which just came out. There's always new studies going on, so this isn't really that new, but whatever. 19 billion newly exposed passwords manifest in a widespread weak password reuse crisis. Man, I cannot say password for the life of me. The fact that 19 billion passwords are getting reused each year is just mind blowing. We're not making it easy. We're not making that hard for, these hackers, these cyber criminals to come along and just take our passwords. If we're using passwords like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times, I'm sorry, you're asking to get hacked. That's on you. Like 94% of passwords are reused or duplicated. Now I get it, you got like 10 billion accounts, so do I. But repeating the same password on all of them is asking, is basically going out to the world and saying, yo guys, hack me. Hack me. This is why making a unique password for all the important stuff is, guess what? Important. Now, this is why they should teach this stuff in school, because we got people out here reusing password for their password. Like really? Now, of course, I want to quote this. They said, we are facing a widespread epidemic of weak password reuse. Wouldn't call it an epidemic, but I would say it's really bad. Really bad that, everyone's reusing their passwords. I know it sounds stupid. I know I get it because I see it from, everyone's point of view. But just really, please, just for at least for your important stuff, change your passwords to make it unique, make it special. Like from this leak I'm about to go into of 19 billion passwords, guess how many of them are actually unique? I've just said 6%, but out of the 19 billion, how many of them are actually different? So out of 19 billion something passwords, only 1.1 billion are identified as unique. And you may be asking, Dan, because you're the master of passwords, which ones are getting repeated the most? Well, I have that answer for you. Now, many users are actually positive towards their passwords. You're actually insane. Words like love 87, sun 34, dream 6.1, joy 6.9, freedom 2 were all on the positive word list. And you have pop culture ones like Mario, Joker, Batman, Thor, Elsa. Who is there's an adult out there putting their passwords Elsa. There's 2.9 million of. Also, we got animals, word like lion. They're not even the cool ones. The lion at the top, I get it. I get it. But I would have put like something like, eagle, a shark. But sharks at the bottom, that's kind of sad. Password reuse is a big, big problem. And I don't actually see anyone talking about it. Maybe because it's boring as hell. And hopefully I've just made it entertaining for you guys. That's 9 minutes of my life I won't get back. Talking about passwords. This is why cybersecurity is seen as really boring, because I'm sat here talking about passwords and ranking passwords like I'm doing a tier list. If you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. I'm not gonna rinse and repeat. Get it? Okay, goodbye.